Rest in peace to my wallet. Hey everybody, it's Charlie from Daily Motor. Today we've got the real-world highway fuel economy test on the 2021 Ford Mustang Shelby GT500. Yes, we're testing the fuel economy on a 760 horsepower track machine. We're going to head out on the highway and only do 25 miles out and 25 miles back, averaging 70 miles per hour, to get you a somewhat realistic highway fuel economy figure for this amazing super sports muscle car. Before we get started, let's hop out, take a quick look at it. I'm actually not going to shut the door all the way because I hate the little double beep that Fords make when you leave them running and get out of the car with the key. But anyway, look at this beast. Not only is it the mega powerful supercharged GT500, but it also has the carbon fiber track pack. So we're getting this giant wing. I mean, look at this. Try to tell me that that is still going to get decent fuel economy. Big ol' splitter in the front, carbon fiber wheels. This thing is so mean and so fast. It says it gets 18 miles per gallon on the highway, but with this carbon fiber track pad, I highly doubt that. But if you do want to see more on the GT500, check the links in the description. We've got a full review, a live drive, and some coverage of the GT350's B&O audio system, which should be the same as this one. So why do we do this test? Well, the EPA's highway fuel economy test, which as I said gives this Mustang 18 miles per gallon, that test only averages 48 miles per hour. We know there are people who take their cars on long road trips, yes, maybe even supercars like this, and would like to know what sort of numbers they can realistically expect in the real world. So in order to do that, we're going to head over here to the gas station, fill up, go out and do 50 miles, come back, fill up again using the same pump, and see what sort of numbers we get. A few things to know for today. Outside temperature is 88 degrees Fahrenheit. Our tire pressures have been set to the door placard 32 PSI for these Pilot Sport Cup 2 tires. And we've got our climate control set to 73 degrees auto. Now yes, this is using the air conditioning, but that's how people drive in the real world, and without it we would roast in here. Alright, let's get out and fill it up. Now you know we here at Daily Motor don't typically beg for likes and subscribes, but we're paying well over $4 a gallon for gas in this thing to only get less than 20 miles per gallon. You definitely help us out. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and consider becoming a Daily Motor member. Get a few member perks, you get to see some behind the scenes videos as well as custom sound system tests. So if all that sounds appealing as well as just helping us out, check out the join button or the link in the description. 5.7 gallons going in for our initial fill. Before we actually start the engine, we're going to get our GPS reset and get our trip computer reset as well. Climate controls at 73 degrees auto, and we're ready to go. A few different drive modes in the GT500. We've got normal, sport, track, drag strip, and slippery. I think normal is probably the closest to any sort of eco setting, so we're going to run in that. We're going to take it nice and easy over to the highway. It's about half a mile away. Pick up the test from there. But the goal of this test isn't a hypermile. We're not trying to get the best fuel economy out of this car, but rather see what sort of number you can realistically expect in the real world. So in order to do that, we're going to get up to highway speeds here at a reasonable, safe clip, something that is very easy to do in the GT500. So that thing just scream away. Check our GPS to see how accurate the car speedometer is. Looks like it's about 2 miles per hour over. So if we set our cruise control at 75, is that going to give us... well, it's actually giving us 74 on the GPS. So let's drop that down to 74, 73. We probably won't actually average 70 miles per hour over this whole test, mostly because we run shorter fuel economy tests on these super thirsty cars for two reasons. One, because it costs a bunch, and two, because the search volume really isn't there. People aren't really looking to see what sort of fuel economy the GT500 gets when they're cross-shopping against other muscle cars, but it's still a fun thing to do. As we settle into highway speeds, the GT500's turning at about 1900 RPM. This big 5.2-liter V8. 7th gear, of course. Decent amount of road noise from these ultra-high performance summer tires. You don't hear the exhaust too much, which can be nice. It's not too drony or anything. Alright, we're going to continue on with the test and catch up with you at the end. In the meantime, enjoy this time lapse of the entire trip.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.
Coming into the end of the highway fuel economy test here in the GT500. It's been a nice and easy drive. Surprisingly, we only averaged 68 miles per hour. I thought we'd get up to 69 over this trip. But what I am impressed by is the fuel economy number. 21.5 miles per gallon on the dash. Now that might read a little bit high. We'll have to get back to the pump and see what we actually get when we fill it up. But hey, if we're anything over 18 miles per gallon with this giant track pack, I will be happy. A little bit of an alignment pull to the left, but other than that, this is actually, believe it or not, a decent highway cruiser. I think it's quieter than the GT350, probably because the automatic transmission can bring the revs down a little bit, but yeah, if you can just kind of cruise along, the B&O sound system is not too bad, and just, it kind of works, believe it or not. So we're going to take it nice and easy back to the gas station, fill up, and get a result. We had 2.618 gallons go in, so 53 miles divided by 2.618 is giving us 20.2 miles per gallon, or rounding down to 20 flat. So not exactly as much as the dash said, the 21.6 here at the end, but still two better than the EPA, and that's significant when you're talking these sort of numbers. So 16-gallon fuel tank times 20 miles per gallon is giving you an effective highway cruising range of 320 miles on the highway at 70 miles per hour here in the GT500. I gotta say, it's pretty impressive that with 760 horsepower and that giant wing, all these aero effects, you're still able to get 20 miles per gallon. So thank you all so much for watching. If you want to see more on the GT500 and GT350, check the links in the description, and we'll see you on the next one. I'm Charlie from Daily Motor, and as always, drive on.